Travis Kiesig, current president of PNWER. Thank you, everyone, for joining us here this morning. I really want to thank Babcock Power for the hospitality suite last night and the government of Alberta for that nice event. Summits like this are not possible without great corporate citizenry that we have on both sides of the border, and I want to thank Alberta Gas, Amazon, Canadian Association of Petroleum Producers, the Consul General of Canada, MasterCard, Myers Norris Penny, the Pacific Northwest Building Resilience Coalition, Suncor, the Energy Roundtable sponsors Tourmaline, Invasive, and ConocoPhillips, our media partners, Global Public Affairs, and our host partner, the Government of Alberta. And now I'd like to ask Tim Shaw, Manager of Public Affairs from Tourmaline, to come up and give a few remarks.
Morning, everybody. On behalf of Tourmaline, thank you to PNWER and the host committee for once again bringing together a great group of leaders from across Canada and the United States. My name is Tim Shaw from Tourmaline. We're Canada's largest natural gas producer with operations in Alberta and British Columbia. We're proud to responsibly develop Canadian energy and deliver reliable, affordable natural gas across Canada, the United States, and into international markets. For the second year in a row, Tourmaline is also proud to sponsor or to co-host the Natural Gas Caucus Roundtable alongside Invasive, AltaGas, ConocoPhillips Canada, and ATCO. Building on last year's discussion, this year's roundtable will focus on how natural gas can help meet rising power demand, support affordability and reliability, and strengthen regional energy trade. For the natural gas industry, Pacific Northwest is more than just an important market. Through a very integrated network of pipelines and infrastructure, energy produced by our teams in Alberta, British Columbia, and Saskatchewan serve homes, businesses, industries, and power generation across the region. This is Canada-US energy integration in practice. Canada relies on access to those important American customers and infrastructure, while communities in the United States rely on Canadian natural gas for secure and competitive supply. This relationship supports jobs, investment, and reliability on both sides of the border and is definitely worth protecting and strengthening. Its importance will only continue to grow. AI, data centers, manufacturing, electrification, and population growth are driving new demand for power. At the same time, families and businesses expect energy to remain reliable and affordable. So natural gas plays an important role in providing that firm, flexible supply needed to address that challenge. With the right infrastructure and continued cross-border collaboration, this region can strengthen North American energy security, attract investment, support communities and Indigenous partners, and bring North American energy to the world. So thank you. We look forward to the conversation this morning and continuing it throughout the summit. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you very much, Tim. Now I'd like to ask up President Bill Flanagan from the University of Alberta.
Good morning, everyone. I'm delighted to welcome you here to Edmonton. And for our colleagues from the West Coast, we've arranged weather that will make you feel right at home. This is unusual weather for us here in Edmonton, although we're thrilled because the farmers are happy. And when the farmers are happy in Alberta, everybody's happy. And so welcome. So the Pacific Northwest Economic Region is built for partnership, and our geography connects us, and our economies are closely integrated. And across energy, natural resources, artificial intelligence, health, and workforce development, we have the talent and research industry strength to move forward together. And this is a shared advantage, and it comes with enormous potential. And at the University of Alberta, we develop talent, we generate new knowledge, and work with partners to move discoveries from the lab to the market. And ranked among the world's leading universities for education and research excellence, The University of Alberta works closely with industry, governments, and communities to tackle complex real-world challenges. And the work is happening here in areas that matter to this region. Alberta is the largest producer of hydrogen in Canada, a clean energy economy projected to be worth trillions globally by 2050. And the University of Alberta is at the forefront of hydrogen research, leading with innovative initiatives such as our Centre for Hydrogen Innovation, Workforce Development, and Outreach. And here, researchers, students, and industry are collaborating to develop lower carbon energy systems and unlock new economic opportunities. We're also a powerhouse in artificial intelligence, ranked 5th globally and 2nd in Canada. Building on that strength, we are moving forward to become an AI-enabled university, integrating artificial intelligence across the university with a focus on human adoption and responsible impact. And through our longstanding partner with the Alberta Machine Intelligence Institute, AMI, we are bringing AI into sectors that are key to the region's economy, including energy, agriculture, and advanced manufacturing. And collaboration is also essential to initiatives at the University of Alberta, including Defense, which is a partnership involving universities, industry, and government that is strengthening Canada's defense, security, and technological resilience. So we're enormously proud to be a part of this region's strong future through research, talent, and partnership, and the opportunities ahead are enormous. That is why collaborations across borders, industries, and institutions matter, and why summits like today are so important. So I look forward to our conversation today, and once again, welcome.
Well, I'm excited to introduce our next session, Sniffing Out Threats, the Power of Conservation, Detection Dogs in Combating Invasive Species. This highlights one of the most innovative tools that Alberta has in protecting all of our ecosystems and economy. From invasive mussels to wild boar, these threats are often difficult to detect, but with the help of Alberta's hidden superstar, the canine Hilo, the government of Alberta will, you're going to see firsthand how a dog's extraordinary sense of smell is helping safeguard our land, waterways, and food supply. Hannah McKenzie and Cindy Sawchek, please come on up.
Thank you. Good morning. I'd like to introduce you to conservation detection dog Hilo. Dogs bring two natural abilities to the fight against invasive species. They can sniff out hard-to-find animals, plants, and diseases, and they raise awareness and motivate people to take action. When it comes to scent detection, I don't have any slides. There we go. Okay. It's a good slide, so it's worth waiting. All right, there we go. So when it comes to scent detection, dogs are infinitely better than us and routinely outperform modern scientific equipment. They have 3 million scent receptors in their nose compared to our measly 5 million. And the region of their brain dedicated to analyzing scent is proportionately 40 times larger than ours. Most importantly, a dog is more than just their nose. They can work independently in complex and chaotic environments. And best of all, they want to work with us. Hilo is a founding member of Alberta's conservation canine team. He joined the team in 2015, changing course from his original career as a guide dog to a job that was better fit for his unique skills and personality. He's spent 10 years finding invasive species, and he's going to demonstrate his skills for us this morning. While he is getting settled over there, let's take a look at why his work is so critical. Invasive species are things that come from other places, and they can be fish or plants or zebra mussels or wild boar, and they cause harm to the environment, economy, or human health. To learn more about the species of concern for Alberta, we can look to Alberta's new, just released this conference, Invasive Species Outlook. The outlook was developed by the Alberta Invasive Species Council and showcases emerging threats, established invaders, and management priorities for Alberta. Many of these species may look familiar to you as we face similar challenges throughout the PNWER. And like many other challenges facing our region, invasive species don't respect boundaries, meaning we need a unified response. Luckily, this is something that PNWER is very good at, as we have shown with our strong action and commitment on invasive mussels. Continuing and growing this work is essential to protect our economies from invasive species because they cost us a lot of money. A study from 2023 found that worldwide, invasive species are just as costly as natural hazards like storms, earthquakes, and floods. Here in Alberta, we estimate that invasive species already cost our economy $2 billion every year. And if we break down the numbers, it's clear that prevention costs much less than managing established invaders. So the earlier we act, the greater the return on investment. So Hilo has worked on several invasive species, zebra, quagga, and golden mussels, the invasive plant Thesium, and wild boar scat and carcasses. His work on wild boar supports Alberta agriculture and irrigation with our foreign animal disease preparedness, including for African swine fever. In an African swine fever outbreak, carcass detection and removal will play a critical role in controlling the virus in wild boar and supporting continuing trade. And experts agree that specialized detection dogs like Hilo are the most important tool for finding carcasses. Now, we didn't think that a wild boar carcass would go well with breakfast. So this morning, Hilo will be searching for golden mussels. These were first detected in North America in 2024, and they have all the same negative impacts as zebra and quagga mussels, but are considered to be much worse as they are much more aggressive in their spread. So Cindy, I don't have a microphone for you. You do? Cindy's going to tell us a little bit about what we should watch for while Hilo is searching and how we'll know when he's found something.
So we don't normally search for golden mussels in a sea of bacon. So we're going to see how this demo actually rolls out. He is a Labrador, and so highly trained detection dog, but you know, sometimes you can't help yourself. So while we do our demo, he's going to be making his way through the room. So if anyone has allergies or phobias, you're welcome to just step out, and we'll let Hilo get to work. And what we're watching for is he'll pick up the odor. He might, you know, his tail might flick a bit differently, or his head will jerk. And that tells me that he's in the scent cone of where the odor is. And he will pinpoint it exactly by sitting. So once he sits, he will get his special reward. He only gets that reward toy for finding the invasive species. It's a big party. He will want you to clap and show off to you how proud he is. And yeah, thank you. And we'll get to work. Do you have anything to add?
Thank you, Hilo and Cindy. I've worked with Cindy and Hilo for a long time and I never get tired of watching that. So the path to success in combating invasive species is awareness first, then collaboration and unwavering political and public support paired with consistent funding. With this in mind, as we wrap up our presentation, Hilo is assigning some homework to everybody. He's asking that everybody visit the Alberta Invasive Species Council booth and pick up some swag, whether you choose to squeal on pigs, rat on rats, protect our waters, or one of their other campaigns. Take something home as a reminder to take action in your sphere of influence. At the booth next door, you can meet our wild boar Borat and learn about Alberta's wild boar and rat control programs. Hilo will be hanging out at these booths this morning, and he'd love to meet you, grab a photo, and answer any questions you have about his job. With that, thank you and have a great summit today.
Thank you, Cindy and Hannah. That was great. As a fellow Labrador owner, I can confirm that they are experts in finding bacon. So I don't know how you managed to keep them off the table. Next, we want to present our annual Hot Potato Award. And Lieutenant Governor Heck yesterday gave us an intro to that. This is to honor the near war that the US and Canada almost entered into in 1859. And this happened when an American farmer shot a Canadian or British pig in the San Juan Island, on the San Juan Island, and it escalated and caused hundreds of troops on both sides to come. Naval frigates were entered into the scene, and it nearly caused a war. And luckily, cooler heads prevailed, and Kaiser Wilhelm from Germany was selected as their arbiter, and he decided how the boundary would be drawn. So that's why we have the San Juan Islands, a part of the United States, and Vancouver Island is part of Canada. And in honor of that, we have a special award that we present every year to recognize someone that has reduced tensions and worked behind the scenes to find opportunities for positive dialogue and mutual respect. And I think we need more of that now than any time ever. And so I'd like to call up Member of the Parliament, Parm Bains, to accept the award. And as he's coming up, I want to explain, over the past year, we've worked so closely with MP Bains. He came to our capital visit in Washington State. He participated in a USMCA roundtable that Lieutenant Governor Heck hosted in Washington. He was the first member of parliament to attend a capital visit with us. We visit all the capitals during the legislative sessions and meet with leadership. And then Parm invited us to Ottawa and opened doors. And we met with ministers and members of parliament and senators. And it was just incredible that the open invitations that he provided to us. So I want to recognize MP Bains and present him with the PNWER Hot Potato Award.
I won't take up too much time, but thank you, Brandon, and of course to PNWER and all of the members, states and provinces and territories, all of the leaders that are here. I mean, we can't really discount what time we're going through right now, and I know we've had so many conversations over the past few days of how important the work that we are doing right now, the relationships that we're building. It's extremely important time, and I don't want to ruin the day by stating the obvious. There's over 120 conflicts that in the world right now. And with that comes a lot of challenges when it comes to trade and how we navigate through those things. And I think it takes tremendous amount of great people like many of you here we got a chance to hear a lot of really smart people talk about how important the business relationship is and what it means to both countries. So this is a huge honor. I worked with the BC government in the way back in 2000 as a staff member, and I know how important the work that PNWER does and great leaders like Matt Morrison, Travis, and everybody. So really, it's a lot of standing on a lot of other leaders' shoulders to get to here and make sure that we can continue to keep this relationship going and strengthen it and grow both nations together. So really, thank you so much for this. It's a huge honor for me to. I haven't received an award in a long time, so this is great. Thanks so much.
Thanks again, MP Parm Bains. I'd like to welcome everybody to this morning's session. I'm Steve Myers. I'm the Director of Program Management here at the Pacific Northwest Economic Region. And we're excited to have a day full of working group sessions and a lot of different topics that we're going to be covering throughout the day. One thing I wanted to mention too before we get into those sessions is that we have a few slots open on our policy tours, so you're welcome to look on the Hoover app and see what's available. Also, you're welcome to stop in at registration and see what we have there. But I wanted to just go into a little bit of what we have planned for today. We're going to be talking a lot about quantum, going into education. We have our agriculture leaders roundtable, and then we're also going to be talking about waters and maritime gateways. So we're going to be going through the same exercise we did yesterday. We're going to put these air walls up and take a little bit of a break. This room here is the B ballroom. This is where the ag leaders is going to be. And then in C, which is just over there by the windows, it's going to be the maritime gateways. And then A is going to be quantum. So, oh, I'm sorry, A is that way and then C is that way. Sorry. Anyway, you'll be able to find where you're headed. It's all right here on this floor. And again, we wanted to thank everybody again for coming. Also, we wanted to thank Hilo. I believe this is his at least second annual summit that he's been to, and probably third PNWER meeting. So I know he's a bit of a professional PNWER attendee now at this point. So thanks again, everybody, and we're going to break right now for about 15 minutes. Thanks.